Are you a beginner in music production and don't know what equipment to get? Don't worry. This video is going to show you how to set up your first at-home studio. It's a great day to be alive. Don't tell me otherwise. When I first started making music, all I had was a drum machine called the Boss DR5. This machine had all the sounds in it and it was a great starting point. But that was a long time ago when I was in high school. Today, there are so many options. If I was just starting to make music, I probably would be lost. All these terms like hardware, software, DAWs, plugins, compression, reverb, mixing, mastering. This video is for the beginner who wants to start making music but has no clue on what equipment to get. I'll show you the minimum you'll need to get started. I'll have the links in the description so you can get the equipment that I'm showing you. This video isn't sponsored. I use all these products, so I stand by them. And also stay to the end where I'll show you how to connect all the equipment so you can get up and running and start making music. Let's start with the first piece of equipment, the computer or laptop. And to be honest, this is all you really need. Most computers and laptops can handle simple functions of a DAW. A DAW, or DAW, stands for Digital Audio Workstation. A DAW is software that includes sounds like drums, guitars, strings, and bass. It also lets you record your own voice, audio, or different types of instruments. You can make a whole song from start to finish. The next thing you'll need are some headphones so you can listen to your music. A pair of closed-backed headphones can do the trick. As you can see, I got mine right here. Look at that, they come right apart. They all beat up, but they've been doing the trick. I've had these things for over 10 years and they still are going strong. You can spend a lot of money on headphones, but pick some that are in your budget. My first pair were Sony headphones. They make great quality products and have some low budget options. If you already got headphones, then just go ahead and use those. Now, even though you can control your music with just a laptop, there are a few other hardware options to help making music easier. This right here is an audio interface. It allows analog signals to be converted into digital so the computer can listen to it. Interfaces come with a variety of inputs and outputs. For context, I make instrumental music for television, so this interface is perfect for me. I don't need many ins and outs. It's the Focusrite Solo. It has a microphone and instrument input. Sometimes I record my own voice, and if I ever get a guitar or instrument, I'm ready to go, man. If we look at the back, there are two outputs. These connect to monitor speakers. There's also a USB-C plug so we can connect it to the computer. It may be tempting to buy more than you need. You can always upgrade later. Think about what you want to do with your music. Are you just making beats only? Are you recording a band? Focusrite, Presonus, M-Audio, and M2, they have some great budget options. Some interfaces also come with a DAW and bonus software so you can start making music right away. Me personally, I use Logic Pro, but this Focusrite came with Ableton Live Lite. Now you'll need a way to play your drum sounds. Sometimes you can use the keyboard and use the piano roll, but I like to use a MIDI controller or MIDI keyboard. There are different sizes of keyboards and they all come with different things. First, let me explain the difference between a MIDI keyboard and a synthesizer keyboard. Now, a MIDI keyboard like this doesn't have sounds inside of it. Its only function is to control the sounds in your DAW. A synthesizer has built-in sounds, but it can also control the sounds in your DAW. This MIDI keyboard has 49 keys, drum pads, faders, and knobs. This keyboard only has keys and is small. It's perfect if you don't have a lot of space. I would suggest you look for one in your budget that has some drum pads. Drum pads aren't necessary, but they feel great when you're using drums. Let's talk about some monitor speakers. Monitor speakers add way more cost because you need a pair of them so you can listen to left and right. When I first started, I used some old bookshelf speakers and they served me right. If you do want some monitors, look for powered monitors. That means you don't need to run an amp. You simply plug in the power cable and you're good to go. These are Yamaha speakers, but I also like the brand KRK. They were my first brand of studio monitors. If you want to record your voice, then you'll need a microphone. Buy what's in your budget. There's so many different type of microphones, but when you're looking, I would get a condenser mic similar to this one. They have low noise and they capture sound really well. This is a MXXL 990. It was my first pro mic and I paid about $100 when I first got this years ago. Now, to avoid shaking, you want a mic stand. This allows you to go hands-free. You also might want to pick up a pop filter so you can reduce those pop, 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 P's and pop, 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 B's when you're recording. This is a little bonus that people always forget when they tell beginners what to get for their studio. That's an external hard drive. You need something external because these DAWs, they have a lot of sounds and they take up a lot of space. And if you're not using your computer or laptop for only music, you might not have enough space to even download the DAW or save your projects. I would recommend you get 500 gigs to 1 terabyte of a solid state drive to start. Solid state drives, they do cost more, but they run smoother and they help your sounds load a little bit faster. I have a 4 terabyte drive and I've only used it halfway so far and I've had it for over 10 years. Now that you got all your gear, let me show you how to set it up and connect it all together. Let's start with the audio interface. This audio interface is bus powered, meaning the power comes from the laptop to turn this on. Other interfaces that are bigger, you will see a power adapter on there for it, but this just comes with USB-C. So we hook up the USB-C out of the box and into a USB slot on the computer. From there, I want to hook up my interface out to my speakers. Now this audio interface has 1/4-inch jacks. This is what 1/4-inch cable looks like. Has 1/4 inch on one end, 1/4 inch on the other end. Another cable variation is 1/4 inch to XLR. You can see XLR has 3 pins. So depending on your speaker, you might have either one. And the last one that you may have too is RCA or phono jacks. You might have this on both ends. So just make sure you pick the right cable to go out of your interface into your speakers. These are 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch because the back of this machine is 1/4 inch. So let me hook it up. And on the back of my speakers, I just go into the 1/4 inch input. Next, let's hook up the keyboard. This MIDI controller is mini USB, and it should come with the cable. Just like with the audio interface, it should come with the cable, but if not, look up your manufacturer and they'll tell you what kind of cable you need. Then we'll hook this up to a USB slot. We have the hard drive. This hard drive is USB into your laptop. We also too, even though we have the monitors, we have the headphones, and your headphones should come with a headphone adapter or jack. If not, just purchase a headphone adapter and you can hook up your headphones to the front of your audio interface. Lastly, let's hook up the mic stand, and pop filter. If you have a mic stand, go ahead and open your mic stand. See right here, we got a pointy tip. Now, the microphone I have came with this shock mount. So that way the microphone doesn't rattle when you're recording. So we just twist it on. Now let's take the microphone, goes inside the middle, and this one has a Little screw on the bottom. Let's adjust it down here. Next, I'm gonna add the pop filter. So you just place this end on your stand. It has a little notch so it can stay on the stand nice and tight. There's your filter. And lastly, you need a cable. And the cable for microphones, XLR cable. It has the 3 pins on this side and it has the female ends right here. Take the female end, insert in the microphone. Then on our audio interface, let's move this over. Gonna plug this microphone into input 1, the microphone input. You know what equipment to get and you know how to hook it up. So what are you waiting for? Fire up your computer and make some music. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful. Is there any questions that you have? Write them in the comments. Take it easy. Peace.